Hey folks, Dr. B here. In this video, I want to talk to you for a couple of minutes about listings that sell and put money in your pocket. You know, there's an old saying that goes like this, something like this. You make money when you buy, not when you sell. And what that is all about, it's something that we used to hear quite a bit in the merchandise, general merchandise, and liquidation industries, is that when you buy a product, if the asking price is $5 and you get it for $3 or $2, there's obviously a great deal more profit margin than if you pay the asking price. So you kind of fill your pockets with profits in advance, so that if you don't get the absolute highest price on the sale, you're still going to make a nice profit. So there's a lot of truth to this, that you make money when you buy, not when you sell. But it's only partially true. Let me explain what I mean. So profits are packed in a low price. You know, we want to get that low price when we buy. So now we're holding on to this product, and it's got a real low price, and the potential is enormous. Okay? Notice the word potential. That potential is only unleashed when a sale is made. When that young person or old person or any person takes that credit card out, especially online, and puts those credit cards, bop, 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 and gets in there. Hear that sound going? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. The cash register goes, and profits are unleashed. But to unleash a flow of sales and cash profits, a flow, meaning not just one, you must have listings that sell. So you can't just kind of say, gee, I did great. I had a product that was low price, and I had a nice profit. What you've got to do is master the art of listings so that your products pretty much all sell. I say pretty much because there are going to be products, I've had them from time to time, that they just don't sell. I mean, the numbers of those are minuscule, way under 10%, probably under 4%. I mean, but it just happens sometime, and then you find another way to dispose of those and still turn them into a profit. But if you have listings that sell, if you know how to create listings that convert, you'll do very, very well. So listings that fill bank accounts, they focus on certain areas, such as the type of product, the subject line, the images, the description, the price, the seller rating, and also shipping. So product, this is really where it starts. I mean, we all hear the terms hot selling products. And really what that means is that products that consumers are interested in buying today. If we buy a windshield wiper cover for a Studebaker that is no longer in existence, no longer made anymore, there are very few of these cars left on the road, and we buy 500 of those and put them online, we likely will have a very hard time selling them. If we look for a laptop computer that is 8 or 9 years old, and we put that online, unless someone is a collector or just has a particular affinity for parts or whatever it might be, you're going to have a very, very hard time selling them. Now, the products that are hot, here's products that are sold, are ones that we want. So I look over here, look at these pools. I love stuff that's high priced, because at high priced, even if my margins aren't incredibly high, you can still make $100, $200, $300 or more, and my work is really the same. People get afraid and go, oh my gosh, look, it's so expensive, but it's really not. You're really just talking about a product, and it's a number, and how many numbers are they going to pour into your bank account? So let's look at the description. And mind you, once again, see that Ebates over there? I think you should have it installed, because it just means money going to you. So here is an above ground pool. All right, we see that it's in the $2,000 range, and it has been selling. Okay, they just sold one recently, this particular vendor. I know that others have been selling of this size and of this model. Now let's take a look at his listing a little bit more. Do you notice here he's got a headline, he's got bullet points with some descriptions, he's got a short introductory paragraph. He's not doing this all in caps. He's not running it all together. He's also even got a phone number in here if you want to contact him. He gives you another list of bullet points with things that are included in his order. This is a format for the description for this product that he's found works for him. And notice when he uses bold, He's got it over here so that you see it's a premium quality 54-inch resin structure steel wool wall. Charlie's Wholesale Complete Kit, that kind of attracts the name, made in the USA, included with your order. These are the things that draw eyes to the page. I probably, unless he doesn't really want people to call, I might have bolded that phone number as well. Price is something else. Now look at this. These are both the same product, 18 by 33 by 52 pool. They've sold within about a week of each other, one for $17.89 and one for $23.99. So if you were to list one, what would you list it as a price? Now, I asked this question, and don't feel bad, but probably 90% of the time when I have a coaching call and I ask a question like this, I will say, they will say, well, we were taught to price it lower than the cheapest one, because if you're the cheapest around, you'll get the sale. Well, I guess there's some logic to that, but to me, that's not professional. That's not being a professional e-commerce seller. What I would want to do is just be marginally lower than this price up here, because if it sold at this price, there's a reason. And the reason is that more eyes got to that page. If you go in through their description very carefully, you look at the images that they've got, and we'll get into that in a moment. You're looking at the keywords that they've used. You're looking at their shipping policy, customer service. There is something that makes them stand out a little bit. So I want to meet that or go one more than that. I want to go a little better than that. And then my price, instead of being $23.99, might be $22.99. $22.49, $22.59, and I would make a lot more profit than this fellow over here who's putting it under $1,800. Okay, seller rating. So we see that, sometimes a seller gets on there and I'll have someone say to me, gee, Dr. B, no one buys from me, and I'll take a look at their listing, and their seller rating is they have 0 stars. And what that tells a buyer is that, listen, this person has bought nothing and sold nothing on eBay, and there's a likelihood, even though it may not be true, but the impression is given that you might get their money and run away. So, what are the kinds of things that give you stars and seller ratings? Well, you want to first off get some stars up there, especially, and I'm talking about if you're on eBay. In the beginning, if you need, go out and buy a bunch of $1 items, pay for them initially, and have somebody just click back, great buyer, great buyer, great buyer. Get at least to that 10 to start off, to seed it, and then you'll want people to see that, and they'll want to leave a little rating too. Now, what are the things that they rate you on? They rate you on item description, communication, shipping time, and shipping and handling charges. So keep that in mind. You want to make sure description is accurate, that you're not describing a basketball when you're listing a pool. If someone sends you an email, you want to make sure that you get back to them promptly. You want to make sure that you ship promptly. And are your handling and shipping charges appropriate or free? People love it if it's free. Who doesn't like free? And sometimes you can do that. So the stars that we talked about, if you're on eBay, eBay stars. Gold is 10 to 49, a blue is 50 to 99, turquoise star 100 to 499. So listen, you want to make sure you at least have a gold. Okay, get yourself to blue and turquoise real fast as you can. Anytime you buy something, make sure you pay for it immediately and fast, because it'll just grow. And as it grows, so will your reputation, and so will your sales, and so will your bank account. Customer service, as we said, is the key. Communication is key. Under the description, I believe in putting this. I just typed this out of my head. It's what I have on every eBay listing I ever do. We take customer service very seriously. If you have any problem or question, please email us for a prompt reply before filing a dispute. Respond quickly. Do it by email. If there's an opportunity with the phone, you won't have that on the eBay stuff typically. But however you can respond to a buyer, do it. People like that. I don't want to talk to anybody. Do it by email. But if you get an email at 7 o'clock and you can respond at 7:02 if you're at the computer, they're going to love you. Even if all you say is, I'm going to look into it, they're going to say, wow, somebody cares about me. And they're going to become a loyal buyer, and they'll buy from you again. Take an interest in solving the problem that they have. Follow up to resolution, and if it can't be resolved for whatever reason, something weird happens, it breaks, there's no more in stock, whatever it is, don't argue with them. Offer a full refund right away. You'll be a hero. Now, if you're dealing with shoes, as we are, one of the things you may want to have posted someplace or referenced is a size chart, especially if you're selling in different countries, or if you're selling, for example, in the UK and you have US size shoes, whatever the case might be, use your judgment, but having a conversion chart. Look, I wear a size 9 or 9.5, but in the EU, I'd be wearing a 43. Isn't that crazy? And a 10 in the US, 9.5 in the US, 8.5 in the UK, 42.5 in the EU. So it's just their metrics, it's their conversion. What's the difference? You give that people that information, it makes it easier for them to make a buying decision. Shipping. Free shipping is always great. If you can do that, you've got to know what your profit margins are and what your costs are. Free shipping is absolutely wonderful because shipping is really a customer service. Avoid misunderstandings. Have disclaimers like this on your page if appropriate. We do or do not ship outside the lower 48 United States. We do or do not ship international. We do not deliver to P.O. boxes, the military PI. That's because if you're dealing especially like with FedEx and UPS, they do not. And shipping times, if you know it, post them in there. Post them in there, and if you don't know it, you better know it, so go find out. It's really not hard, folks. It's an awful lot of fun. I'll talk to you in the next video.